Is Mall Simulator the next great mall management sim, or just window shopping? Mall Simulator promises tycoon vibes and corporate chaos, and today we're finding out if it actually delivers. Mall Simulator puts you in the dual role of manager and mogul. You're balancing the books and building your dream retail empire. It starts simple, a few empty storefronts, a parking lot, and a handful of eager shoppers. But each upgrade pushes you from small business manager to full-blown tycoon. Progression isn't just about decorating. Every store type and machine unlocks once you've earned enough cash, giving each new milestone a sense of reward. The game guides you gently with light tooltips and UI prompts, so even newcomers can hit their stride quickly. It never feels overwhelming, but there's always that next system waiting just beyond your balance sheet. Underneath the cozy visuals sits a surprisingly numbers-driven heart. It's less about pretty layouts and more about profit, pricing, and flow. If I had to sum it up, Mall Simulator is a cozy retail park puzzle that scratches that satisfying business itch without drowning you in spreadsheets. The core of Mall Simulator is pure tycoon rhythm. Lease a space, build it out, open the doors, analyze your profits, and roll that cash straight back into the next expansion. Each store type has its own quirks. Some rake in easy profits, others demand extra investment to stay stocked and staffed. There's a nice mix of variety without overwhelming micromanagement. Foot traffic is mostly aesthetic, with customers wandering through predictable patterns, but it still sells to fantasy. Watching shoppers drift between stores while tills ring out is oddly satisfying. The economy leans forgiving, items are generously priced if not a little unrealistic at times, meaning you'll rarely be short on cash. It's cozy capitalism at its safest. You can hire cashiers and restockers to keep things running smoothly, and while it's not full automation, it's enough to ease the grind once your mall starts growing. Most of the management happens through your in-game tablet, a clever idea that occasionally gets messy. You'll spend a lot of time clicking between tabs to find the info you need. Controls themselves are solid, and the interface feels fine with mouse and keyboard. It's all usable, just not as streamlined as it could be. Information-wise, the data is there, profits, satisfaction, and trends, but you'll dig a bit to find it. Once things open up, the loop scales nicely, then it doesn't burn out too quickly. There's real satisfaction in hitting those next profit milestones. If there's one system that really shines, it's how store synergies start to snowball. Once you've got multiple categories playing off each other, the whole thing finally clicks into place. Mall Simulator finds a nice middle ground between cozy building and satisfying optimization. There's something almost therapeutic about watching your stores fill with customers while you tweak prices and layouts to keep that income flowing. But the interface can interrupt that flow. The tablet menu is functional, but you'll spend a lot of time clicking between tabs, which makes the pacing feel less relaxed than it could be. Once you settle in though, the game's rhythm hits that perfect 45 to 90 minute sweet spot, just long enough to make meaningful progress without the burnout of heavier tycoons. The sound design is minimal, almost too quiet at times. You'll hear basic ambiance and register sounds, but it's the kind of game that practically invites you to put on your own playlist in the background. Visually, it leans toward a stylized semi-realism, bright stores, clean interiors, and enough detail to make your creations feel believable without going full simulation. There's no day-night cycle or seasonal shift to break things up, so the world stays pretty static, but the core satisfaction comes from unlocking new stores and machines rather than chasing variety. With no stamina or major time pressure, the experience stays comfortably hands-off. You can leave things running, step away, and come back without much penalty. And the best moment? Unlocking a new tier of stores or equipment and watching them all come alive with new colors, signage, and foot traffic. Camera controls deserve credit too, relatively smooth, responsive, and never really in the way. It's a loop best enjoyed in short bursts. You get a steady drip of progress, enough variety to stay cozy, but not quite enough to binge for hours straight. One of Mall Simulator's biggest strengths is the variety in store types, and how each one adds a new layer of management. Every expansion feels meaningful, not just cosmetic. The game nails that sense of early momentum. You're making progress within minutes, and the pacing feels right from the start. Systems unlock just as you're ready for them, so it never drags or overwhelms. It's also surprisingly approachable. The tutorial and early prompts do a great job easing you in, while the gradual money-based progression keeps you motivated to expand without grinding. The hiring system is easily one of the best quality of life touches here. Bringing in cashiers and restockers early on means you can focus on growth and design instead of micromanaging every sale. Performance holds up pretty well, even with a big, busy mall. You'll see the odd hitch when things get really crowded, but nothing that kills the vibe. Visually, Mall Simulator keeps things neutral and functional. It's not flashy, but the clarity helps you read your layout at a glance, and that fits the cozy management aesthetic. The sound design is understated, it does its job quietly, letting you focus on the visual flow. All the systems feel cohesive and intentional. You can tell the developers understand what makes a management game satisfying: clear feedback, visible progress, and just enough control to make you feel clever. And that's the magic here. Mall Simulator rewards small wins. You see your effort reflected in the layout, the profit chart, and that slow but steady sense of success. For everything Mall Simulator gets right, it's not without its frustrations. The first thing you'll notice is how fiddly building placement can be. Trying to align shelves or rotate furniture exactly where you want it feels a little imprecise, and the tablet UI doesn't help. It's functional but busy. You're constantly clicking through tabs just to adjust simple things, which breaks that nice management flow. And even though the progression feels nicely paced overall, the mid to late game runs out of surprises fast. Once you've unlocked a solid roster of stores, everything starts to feel a bit samey. The game doesn't do a great job of explaining a return on investment for new purchases. You can see the numbers, but it's not always clear which stores are actually carrying your profits. Controls could use refinement too. Rotation and alignment still feel awkward, especially when you're trying to make your mall layout look deliberate rather than cluttered. Then there's the stock system, and this is where cozy perfectionists will groan. Restockers ignore label placement entirely. You can spend ages setting up a tidy themed shelf, only for your AI staff to scatter products anywhere there's free space. If you care about maintaining an organized layout, you're honestly better off restocking by hand, which kinda defeats the purpose of hiring help. Ordering stock could also use an overhaul. Right now it's buried in menus. A simple scanner system or direct shelf reorder option would make a world of difference. The economy itself feels strange. Prices are wildly generous, sometimes unrealistic, so money is rarely an issue. I hit a few small glitches here and there, items clipping through shelves or customers colliding, plus the occasional moment where crowd AI gets stuck. Nothing game-breaking, just small immersion breaks. Overall, Mall Simulator's weak points come down to usability and depth rather than bugs. Streamlining the tablet interface, improving restocker behavior, and adding easier stock management would instantly make it feel smoother and far more rewarding. Mall Simulator is perfect for cozy builders and newcomers who want that satisfying loop of steady growth without stress. If you've played Supermarket Simulator or anything in that everyday business sim genre, you'll feel right at home. There's no narrative layer here, and that's totally fine. It's a pure sim that knows exactly what it wants to be. The pacing works for everyone, whether you're jumping in for a quick tidy-up session or a longer evening build. Keyboard and mouse feel natural, difficulty stays forgiving, and creative players will love zoning their mall into themed sections. If you're hoping for realism, deep AI, or heavy challenge, this won't scratch that itch. But if you're chasing cozy progress and light management, it's exactly that. Mall Simulator is a surprisingly solid value for its price, especially if you're after something cozy to dip in and out of. There isn't a ton of long-term variety, most runs play out the same way, but the core loop is strong enough to make shorter sessions satisfying. It's the perfect 1-hour chill game, or something to have running in the background while you unwind. At its current price, it already feels worth it, but future updates will matter. Adding late game goals, creative tools, or mod support could give it real staying power. Right now, there's no major late game hook, but it's a good foundation with clear potential. For cozy or Tycoon-like fans, it's worth it today and likely to grow with time. So is Mall Simulator worth it? Honestly, yes. For anyone who loves chill management sims or retail builders, it's absolutely worth picking up. It's a feel-good mall maker with a fun, satisfying core loop, and while it could use deeper systems down the line, it already captures that cozy Tycoon rhythm beautifully. Early progression feels great, profits build steadily, and there's a real sense of reward as your mall expands. The tablet interface and restocker AI still need polish, but those are small frustrations in an otherwise relaxing, rewarding sim. If you enjoy steady, cozy progress and like business simulation, this is an easy recommendation. I'm confident future updates will make it even smoother, but right now, Mall Simulator is already a solid addition to your cozy sim library. So what would your dream mall include? Let me know down in the comments, I read every single one. And if you found this review helpful, hit that like button. It really helps more cozy gamers find honest reviews like this one. I'd love to see what you've built. Share your mall screenshots over on Discord so we can admire everyone's layouts together. Coming up soon, we've got reviews of Ages of Kataria and Winter Borrow, so make sure you're subscribed if you don't want to miss those. Thanks so much for watching, I appreciate every single view. And if you want to go the extra mile, you can unlock behind the scenes perks by joining the channel's YouTube membership. Until next time, keep things cozy, keep it creative, and I'll see you in the next review.